I've gotten to where I wrote little notes to Eric Holder at the bottom down there all the time on emails that I send out. But now I guess I ought to just pick up the phone every now and then and say, yo, what up?
Well, in fairness, there are two programs here we're talking about. One is the phone records program, and in that particular case, what's happening is that all the information from Verizon, and one assumes also from Sprint and AT&T and the other phone companies, all the phone records are going to the National Security Agency. Now, that is not the content of a phone call, but if I call you, they will know that one phone call number called another phone call number, and the call lasted for a certain period of time. On the other hand, the government does have to go back to a court. If they decide they want to investigate what I'm saying to you, they have to go back to a judge again to get permission to look into that. As far as the Internet, the emails are concerned, that we are assured today by both General Clapper, the head of the DNI, and also by the President, that this is only of foreign citizens and only on foreign soil. No U.S. citizens and no one, foreign or domestic, on U.S. soil. And the funny thing is, we're just supposed to hear it and believe it and move on with our day. That's it. Have a nice one. Good. There's nothing to see here. Keep moving. Keep moving. Well, look, I can understand people's distress about it. On the other hand, this has been fully briefed from Congress. It has been authorized by Congress. The President does have to go to a court. And while I agree it's a sort of sticky time for the President to be talking to the Chinese President, I don't know about you, but I would trade our civil liberties for those. I wouldn't trade ours for those of the Chinese. No, certainly not. Certainly not as they're on paper. But, of course, we have that document that the founders wrote out. They can make whatever laws they want, but I wonder, Judge Napolitano says this has no hope of standing the test of the Constitution if ever tested. The problem is there's no way to test it because you don't know when you're the victim. Well, I suspect that, actually, I was reading it today, and I can't remember. It was a 1979 court case. I remember now. Actually, I do. Which basically said, if I make a call to you, and that record is held by a third party, namely the phone company, that we have no presumption of privacy, and that is government's business. So the Supreme Court has said that that kind of data mining is constitutional. Well, that's good. I knew privacy was dead. Now it's confirmed. Well, Fox News can now confirm there's no more privacy. It's over. So, you know, whatever you wear around the bedroom, just figure everybody's looking at you. Ha! Thank you, Chris. Can I just tell you who we're going to have on Fox News Sunday? If you want to, because I'll be watching. Yeah, I would love to. I can just watch through the phone, though, with the government. Well, I don't even need the TV anymore. You're in a mood. Tell me about it. We're going to be talking to Rand Paul, who shares a lot of the views you have just expressed. We're also going to talk to General Michael Hayden, who was the former head of the National Security Agency and also the CIA. So he knows how they do it, and we'll hear from him whether he thinks it's kosher or not. And we'll also hear from Senator Ron Johnson, a member of the Foreign Relations and Homeland Security Committees. Did you ever go to Iraq back in the days of Saddam? They used to give you a government minder to wander around with. The same way in Cuba, they'd give you a minder. I wonder when we're getting minders. That would solve the unemployment problem. Hire a few 100,000 minders to wander around with us all day and write things. Again, anytime you want to trade your freedoms for those of the Chinese, I think there are a lot of Chinese who would agree with. I'd like a minder. And a Sherpa. You need a minder. And a Sherpa. You need a minder today, Shep. Well, I might get one out of this deal. Hey, Chris.